We are so excited to have you here. But before we start, we're going to have Miss Destiny Smalls come and open us in prayer. Please stand.
Good morning, everybody. I'm asking that you close your eyes and bow your head, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today for this important event. May you bestow your guidance and blessings on this event so that we can enjoy and appreciate its significance in our lives. We thank you for your grace and mercies. Bless everything that we partake of. In your name, amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem by Mr. Sherwin-Williams. Good morning. Thank you, Sherwin. Good morning again. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the LIFT closing ceremony. Welcome the Honorable Tregenza A. Roach, Esquire, Lieutenant Governor, the Honorable Gary Molloy, Commissioner for the Department of Labor, the Honorable Raquel Berry Benjamin, our Department of Education Commissioner, the Honorable Anthony Thomas, Department of Property and Procurement Commissioner. We have Ms. Carol Burke with us, who is our guest speaker today. We have Ms. Cindy Richardson, our Assistant Commissioner, Ms. Melita Etienne, Director of Workforce Development, and of course, our employers, our labor staff, the most important, our LIFT interns. It's my pleasure to welcome you again. This year it's really been a pleasure to work closely with all these interns. I think this may have been one of the largest class. This year we had 44 interns territory-wide, 15 on St. Thomas, and 29 on St. Croix. It's been interesting working with them, in this COVID age when we were not meeting in person, so we had to definitely do a lot of things unique to engage them. So over the past 8 weeks, they have been on the radio station sharing about their experiences. They have been connecting with professionals from the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, Apple, and different organizations. They have been challenged to do an elevator pitch competition, and today we'll be announcing the winner for that. So it's really been a pleasure. They're a dynamic and diverse group of individuals. So I want to give them a round of applause if you could join me. I also want to recognize my director, Ms. Shenik Sebastian, Director of Youth and Apprenticeship. So as we move on, we're going to have Commissioner Molloy to give some remarks. Please help me welcome Commissioner Molloy.
Good morning. I like the energy. Good morning. Thank you very much. Lieutenant Governor Roach, fellow cabinet members, vital staff, honored guests, family, the employers, and most importantly, the LIFT interns. We want to take this opportunity to thank you for taking the challenge and being a part of this very, very difficult, competitive, and engaging program. Have I used some descriptions, some words that help describe the program? Yes? So let me ask you, how was your experience? How was your experience? We took a lot of time, this team took a lot of time to plan to make sure that it was safe, that safety first, but we wanted to make sure that the experiences was one that was geared to you, your interests, and to make sure that the employers, they had to submit to us job descriptions to make sure that the experiences were meaningful. This program has been Labor's best kept secret. And I've been telling the staff it's time to let the secret out of the bag. And we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that we grow this program as much as possible, because we understand and we hear you and we see the value that you have brought to each of the departments and the private sector. So first of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank the employers. Where are you? I can ask you to please stand and be recognized, because without you, we couldn't make this. So we need to make sure that we continue working together to provide these experiences, because again, these experiences were fantastic. And the responses that I've been getting about this group, tremendous. I mean, everybody wants you back. And so, again, let me ask you to please stand and be recognized again as the interns for the tremendous job that you're doing. And this celebration, while it's a closing one, it's to recognize you and celebrate you, because this campaign is about you being the future. And so those masks are about us making sure that you understand that you are the future. And before I leave, I just need to make sure I recognize there's some people behind the scenes. I really, really have to thank OMB Director Jennifer O'Neill. Really have to thank the Department of Division of Personnel. I need to thank Commissioner Anthony Thomas for helping to process all the information and all the documents to make sure that everything went as smooth as possible with this particular program. So thank you. And I just want to leave by saying that the vital staff cannot, what about the vital staff about doing this program? Director Sebastian, fantastic. Dr. Kevin Dixon, thank you very much for all the hard work. All the other vital staff that helped participated to make this really, we did this for you. And one of the things as I leave, I want to, Maya Angelou talked about making sure that, we might not remember what somebody says, but you will always remember how they make you feel. So I'm hoping that this program makes you feel the warmth and the love that we feel for you, and the goals, the wishes that we have for all of you to do great things. And we're hoping that you're taking these experiences and eventually will come back home to help us here within the government and within the Virgin Islands. So again, thank you very much, and we'll do everything we can to make sure that your experiences meet or exceed your expectations. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Molloy. I just want to personally say thank you from the U team. Everything that we need or required, every time we go to Commissioner Molloy's office, he always is supportive of us. So, every time we take an invoice, he says, sure, the young people are the future. So we really appreciate your support. We're now going to have a performance by the Shutdown Band. Please help me welcome them.
see what you're going through. Put my lighter in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, beautiful. So put your lighters in the air for us. Everybody singing together, sing a new song. Put your lighters in the air for love, it's beautiful, beautiful. So put your lighters in the air for us. Everybody singing together, sing a new song. Put your lighters in the air for love, it's beautiful, beautiful. So put your lighters in the air for us. Everybody singing together, sing a new song. Put your lighters in the air for love, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Please help me give them another round of applause. I also want to take this time to recognize one of our former LIFT interns. Several years back, Miss Yvonne Richardson Joseph. She participated in one of our mixers we had several weeks ago, and she's really passionate about young people, so she wanted to be here today, so I really appreciate you for coming. We're going to ask Mr. JAVAN Sterling to come and introduce our keynote speaker for today. Please help me welcome JAVAN. JAVAN is one of our interns.
Good morning. Carol M. Burke is a native Crucian who has chosen to call St. Croix her home. She received public education until the 6th grade when she transferred to St. Dunstan Episcopal School. Upon graduation, she attended the University of Miami, where she received her bachelor's degree and graduated with honors. Burke, having a solid appreciation at an early age for politics and the workings of government, applied for and became an LBJ, legislative intern with the 96th Congress of the United States. Her assignment was with the office of the then Delegate to Congress, Mevin H. Adams, MD. Inspired by her exposure to government, she entered the Graduate School of Public Administration at the George Washington University. While in Washington, D.C., she also worked as an executive assistant for the Interstate Conference of Water Problems. Though she was generally impressed with the aura of the D.C. metropolitan area, Burke decided to return home to St. Croix in the late 1980s. She pursued a career in government, where she began working at the Department of Labor. Burke also became actively involved with the local Democratic Party and was instrumental in revitalizing the Young Democrats. She held various positions at Labor and ultimately served as the Assistant Commissioner for Employment and Training. Burke, realizing that young adults need increased opportunities in training and development, designed and administered the Labor Investing for Tomorrow LIFT internship program. She augmented the internship program with the advent of a school-to-work initiative called Jobs for Virgin Islands Graduates and Unemployment Insurance, Employment Services, and an array of other training programs. In 1997, Burke served as the majority leader for the 22nd legislature. During that term, she also served as chairperson of the ad hoc committee and the third extension between Hess Oil and the Venezuelan government. The issue became highly controversial. At that time, she served with 3 other female senators. She also was the prime sponsor of the primary legislation directing the governor to join National Tobacco Settlement lawsuit. The lawsuit proceeds provided seed funding for constructing the VI Cardiac Center and the VI Cancer Center. After serving as senator, Burke joined Hovenza LLC as Community and Government Relations Assistant. During that time, she also served as chairwoman of the Water and Power Authority. Among other initiatives, spearheaded by Burke was the Hovenza Cup, participation and sponsorship of the Agriculture Fair and the Christmas Festival. She administered the Stellar Students Award, which honored and recognized the valedictorians and salutatorians for the territory's high schools. Today, Burke is a compliance manager at the Public Finance Authority, responsible for monitoring Lime Tree Bay Energy and the rum companies. For 18 years, she served as National Committee woman for the VI Democratic Party. The University of Miami recently recognized her as UM Trailblazer as one of its first black graduates. She has 1 son, Darnley, 2 sons, Devante and Darnley Nastasio, and her granddaughter, Denija. Please welcome Ms. Carol Burke.
Short. Good morning. Tuesday's program in St. Croix was awesome. And from the looks of everything here today, this is equally awesome. So let me say again, congratulations to the Department of Labor for a job well done. So let's give them a round of applause. Good morning, Honorable Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Rose Esquire, Commissioner Gary Molloy, and other members of the Governor's Cabinet. The 2021 LIFT interns, their parents, and our friends. I am humbled and honored to be here with you this morning, not because of the event per se, nor because I am the keynote speaker. I am humbled because some 32 years ago, I served this government, and I ran with the opportunity to design, develop, and implement the Labor Investing for Tomorrow internship program. And here we are today. Thought they said nothing in the Virgin Islands last. We still going strong. We still going strong because of you. I share this spotlight with attorney Gisette Canigata Thomas, who, as a former LIFT intern, stepped in and executed all the features of the program. Assistant Commissioner then, Eleuteria Roberts, who assured its permanency, and then Commissioner Louis Llanos, who encouraged and supported my push for the pilot program. My humility is rooted in my belief then and now in the potential of every young Virgin Islander. My confidence is not shaken. You are comparable in your dreams and your aspirations, your ideas and your goals, and your knowledge and indeed your reach. Realizing your potential, however, is no easy feat. When I came home, and I believe it or not, when I started the LIFT program, I was indeed 32 years old. But I also took a position before I became Assistant Commissioner that paid $19,000 with the department because I was intent on making contributions on behalf of young people. When you applied for the LIFT internship, you competed for an opportunity. So I ask everyone to join me in applauding you on that accomplishment. Allow me to share from Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Powers. It's two laws that I choose to share with you at this time. It's law number 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Isolation exposes you to more dangers than it protects you from. It cuts you off from valuable information. It makes you conspicuous and an easy target. View the world like a vast Versailles, with every room in communication with another. You need to be permeable, able to float in and out of different circles and mix with different types. That kind of mobility and social contact will protect you from plotters who will be unable to keep secrets from you, and from your enemies who will be unable to isolate you from your allies. And law number 35, master the art of timing. Never seem to be in a hurry. Hurrying betrays a lack of control of yourself. And over time, always seem patient, as if you know everything will come to you eventually. Learn to stand back when the time is not yet ripe, and to strike fiercely when it has reached fruition. Time is an artful concept that we ourselves have created to make limitlessness of eternity. Time depends on perception, which we know can be willfully altered. This is the first thing to understand in mastering the art of timing. If it follows that once we control our emotional responses to events, time will move much more slowly. This altered way of dealing with things tend to lengthen our perception of future time, open up possibilities that fear and anger close off, and it allows us to be patient, and that is the principal requirement in the art of timing. Space we can recover, time never. Napoleon Bonaparte. I look to you, LIV's 2021 interns, as intelligent high achievers. I share your vision, and I feel your concerns regarding coming back home. However, we can work it out. You see, the Department of Labor has proven its expertise in training. The department's track record is clear. LIF validates this with 32 years of existence. I commend Commissioner Gary Molloy in particular for pushing to make sure that LIFT happened even in spite of the pandemic. So to Commissioner and your team, again, we applaud you. Let's give him a round of applause. He could have said, no, we're not going to have it, but he made sure that it happened last year and this year, and that's commitment. Yet it's not enough to exist every year. And from time to time, the Department of Labor should tweak the program. The program's reach can be extended, and its underlying goals should be the impetus for young professionals to come home. If not, then our purpose becomes routine, and LIV must be able to measure its success by discipline and in each career path. The program can both boost itself by collaborating with the Research and Technology Park and the University of the Virgin Islands, and it would be added value to the program and the strategic development of the Virgin Islands workforce. Speaking of the university, LIFT may also allow for the program to receive college credits, beginning with the University of the Virgin Islands. Doing these things will trigger an absolute return on our own investment. Finally, I've listened to many of you, and your peers talk about working for yourself. I believe that at a minimum, there can be workshops geared towards young entrepreneurs that guide you in your startups businesses and how to access capital through the local banks, the SBDC, and the EDA. We look to our leaders and elected officials to address our socioeconomic issues, including job training and job opportunities. Governor Bryan and Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Roach has stepped into that plate in a big way. As a former labor commissioner, Governor Bryan understands the dynamics of the labor needs of employers and what's necessary to address their concerns. Governor Bryan and his administration has advanced a solid plan to deliver a skilled workforce in 2021 and beyond, and in particular, focusing on young people. Current commissioner recently confirmed, yesterday as a matter of fact, Bosede Bruce, and Commissioner Richard Evangelista are former LIFT interns. So let's give the governor and the lieutenant governor a round of applause for doing what they say they're going to do, and that is important. Tomorrow signifies you, and tomorrow is today. Here and now, Governor Bryan, Commissioner Molloy, and the other commissioners, the assistant commissioners, we've all been where you are. We know too well the challenges you face. What has kept us grounded is that we navigated life's journeys at various junctures along the way. Somehow, someone looked at us and gave us a chance. Today, we know who those people are. More importantly, we are grateful. Show gratitude, interns. Show gratitude when you are on the receiving end of kindness. The most immense gratitude should be to your parents or your parent-like role models who sacrifice for you. Reciprocate with empathy to others. Stay dedicated to your professions and chart a steady career path. Sacrifice and lean into your potentials. Be resourceful. Know your elected officials and access them accordingly. It's important that from time to time, you also organize and activate yourselves to make sure that your representation is exactly what you deserve. 20 years ago, the VI boasted a youthful population. That is currently changing to an aging population. We must understand the importance of providing better opportunities for our young people. This should be our mantra. All of our operational and financial plans should consider the needs of young people. It makes every sense to invest in you because it secures our future. Stay safe and give thanks. We love you and remain committed to LIFT and its promises. And again, congratulations to the 2021 interns. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burke, for your words of wisdom. Please help me give her another round of applause. It is because of your vision over 32 years ago. You know, we're here today. I'm a product of the LIFT program too, back in 2013, and you're seeing your labor, you know, your fruit of your labor here today, so I want to thank you again. So next we're going to have a short video just highlighting some of the students' experience during the program.
Hi, my name is RONAN Spencer. I am a second-year graduate student majoring in public health at New York University. My future career goal is to work in public health practice as a program manager.
Hi, my name is Kobe Potter, and I'm a rising senior at American University in Washington, D.C. I'm a justice and law major and an entrepreneurship minor, hoping to be a defense lawyer in the future.
Hello, my name is MARINA PARLATO, and I went to Cornell University. I majored in history with minors in business, biology, and Latin American studies.
Hi, my name is JAVAN Sterling. I'm an incoming senior at the University of Tampa, majoring in general finance.
Hi, my name is MICAH Hill. And I'm an upcoming senior at LaRouche University. My major is child and family studies, and I have a minor in pre-law.
I first heard about the LIFT program as a senior attending UVI in undergrad, and I applied for the LIFT program because I wanted to seek more experience and seek out the available opportunities in public health.
I heard about the LIFT program through a potential employer, and she encouraged me to apply this way so that I would be a paid intern.
My mother is actually a LIFT program alumni, and so she suggested this to me, and I was also a few years ago another Department of Labor intern, and so I figured that this was kind of the step up that would get me the necessary exposure that I would need in my field.
So I work at the Office of Management and Budget. I intern at the Office of Management and Budget, and I serve as an assistant revenue analyst. So what I do is I shadow the head revenue analyst for the department, and I basically assist her with updating the weekly cash flows and the consolidated reports so she could submit that information to the executive branch for the governor.
I am interning in Judge Watlington's quarters in the Family Division up at the Superior Court.
I am placed under Judge Tejo at the Superior Court, and I have been doing a variety of work, everything from helping file in the clerk's office to helping draft motions, and I have also had the opportunity to work on the jury and law clerk handbooks.
I am interning at the Department of Health under the Chronic Disease Management and Prevention Program. Currently, I am conducting a post-evaluation follow-up from the Chronic Disease Control Workshop that was held virtually in the territory. These results will be critical in assessing the needs of our territory in terms of chronic illnesses such as diabetes, cancer, asthma, and sickle cell.
I'm interning at the law offices of Jennifer Jones. Basically, I'm like her legal assistant, so I help her with anything that she needs assistance with.
Overall, my experience was fantastic. I mean, tonight was certainly a testament. Having the governor and the commissioner of finance speak to me directly was a wonderful experience.
I think that the LIFT program has been very effective in helping prepare us to become future leaders in our community, as well as enhancing our knowledge and skills for our future career goals.
I've definitely enjoyed this LIFT program because I feel like it's just allowed me to not only the program itself, but the people that I got to meet in the program, they're further along in the same path that I want to do. And so it was nice to speak to them about just taking the bar, taking the LSATs, what to expect for law school. And it's really nice to see like other people that are relatively young but are still further along than I am. And it's very helpful to just get that hands-on experience that's necessary for me to excel in my field.
I would highly recommend the program. I would even do it again if I were able.
Yes, anyone who plans on just getting experience for the outside world and just branding yourself, this program is really beneficial.
Overall, it was kind of like life-changing in a sense. I learned a lot working under Attorney Jones, and hearing all the different speakers talk to us really opened my eyes on different things and how I could really network here rather than doing it in the States.
I think that it serves as a great starting point to get your career on the track, and it also helps to enhance your professional and social development.
I would absolutely recommend this program to anybody who has an interest in just exploring their field, or even if you just want to know whether or not this is a field of interest to you, I would definitely recommend this program.
Thank you to the Department of Labor for accepting me into the LIFT program, and I really enjoyed my experience.
Thank you to the Department of Labor for everything. I very much appreciate it.
I would like to say thank you to the Department of Labor for granting me this opportunity to be a 2021 LIFT intern.
Thank you to the Department of Labor for selecting me to be a 2021 LIFT intern.
As you can see, we have a dynamic group of interns this year, so give them another round of applause. So we also wanted to give some students the opportunity to just speak about their experience here today. So our first intern, NAJAE Harris, he interned at the Department of Property and Procurement. So please help me welcome NAJAE.
Good morning, all. As you stated before, my name is NAJAE Harris, and I was a 2021 LIFT intern at the Department of Property and Procurement. And I'll just have to say I'm very grateful for this experience, because the truth is, without this, I would have probably just been home all summer long, just attending my weekly courses online. So I just want to thank the department for giving me this opportunity. My time at the Department of Property and Procurement, I learned a lot more about one of the many departments within our local central government. What the department basically handles is like all the purchases of fixed assets and properties within the territory, and any purchases that other departments want to make. So the division that I worked in was the fiscal and personnel division, working under Director Gerda Sebastian, and I assisted the division's accountant, Ms. Zara Baptiste, and my tasks were basically to assist her in making the end of month reconciliations of all the purchases and payments for gasoline and other organization payments. The thing about this program that I will also have to be appreciative of is that regardless of where you land, regardless of what you want to do, it's an experience. It's an experience that you have to be very grateful for. It gave me more insight on what it is I want to do in the field of accounting. So I'm very thankful for that. I also want to thank the Department of Labor, Dr. Dixon, Commissioner Molloy, Director Shinika Sebastian, and also from my department, my HR Director, Ms. Sharmila Richardson, and my commissioner, Commissioner Thomas, who's within the past few weeks is always trying to recruit me. So thank you for that. And I just want to close with saying it was just June, which was the start of the program, and even before then, it was just March and April, so it felt like I just submitted the application last week, and here it is, we're in August at the closing ceremony. So time goes fast, and we have to accept and go after any opportunities that is offered on the table, because you never know what you're gonna miss. We may or may not know what we're gonna miss in life, so take every opportunity you can. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, NAJAE, for sharing your experience. Our next student, we're going to have Ms. CALISHA CALLWOOD. She worked with Trek Local this year. She was one of the fortunate ones to be able to work virtually. So we want to welcome CALISHA.
Good morning, everyone. My name is CALISHA CALLWOOD. I'm a graduate student at Florida State University, currently pursuing a Master of Science in Integrated Marketing Communications. I would like to start by saying thank you so much to Dr. Dixon for giving me the opportunity to talk about my experience, because I really had a wonderful experience being a part of the LIFT program for 2021. And I also would like to say thank you to everyone at the Department of Labor for putting your time, energy, money, efforts, all types of resources that you use to provide us with this opportunity to have hands-on experience. So thank you all so much for your investment into us. This is actually my second time in the LIFT program. My first time was 2018. I was 18 years old, and I was just fresh out of high school. It was my first year in college, and I didn't really have any relevant work experience or skills really coming into it. And so I was so thankful to LIFT for giving me that opportunity to get hands-on experience in my field, especially because, you know, as a young person, there's a lot of barriers to entry. You know, you have to have XYZ, years of work experience, or you have to have completed all of these years of education. So I'm super grateful, because I feel like I wouldn't have had the opportunity to work where I did if it wasn't for the LIFT program. I was placed with Emerald Beach Hotel as a front desk agent, and it was such a rewarding experience for me. I was responsible for pretty much everything that had to do with the daily administration of the front desk, answering phone calls, checking in guests, and it honestly was really great. And one of the things that stood out to me was that it gave me the opportunity to learn technical skills and soft skills at the same time. And prior to that, I was only really used to learning them separately. With technical skills, you could go to different classes and you focus on maybe one subject that has to do with that skill. Maybe you might get lucky to take a humanities class that will teach you a soft skill. But when I was thrown into the front desk agent role, I was there learning how to use property management software, how to check in guests, but then also how to communicate with them, how to fulfill their needs, like socially. And so that was a really great experience. I also was really fortunate to be able to work with the other interns in different outreach events. We did a beach cleanup We volunteered a few days for the Boys and Girls Club, and that was really rewarding for me to see just other like-minded people like me, get to network with them and build those relationships that I still have to this day. And now, fast forward, I'm a 2021 LIF intern, and I worked as a marketing intern for Trek Local, led by Miss Amber Lewis, and it was fantastic. I got to learn so much about digital marketing, and it's so crazy, just like my peer, NAJAE Harris, just said, 8 weeks goes by really, really fast. It feels like it just started and it's over already, but I would just like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to really be a part of the program and all the different skills that I learned. And one thing that I would like to highlight from my experience is that LIFT is really not just a regular internship program. I've been a part of many different internships programs where upon being accepted to the program, I never really spoke with those people again, or maybe they would have me write an essay at the end about how I learned, and that was really it. But with the LIFT program, I have Dr. DIXON's cell. I could text him if I need anything, if I have a skill that I want to learn. And there's different events that we were allowed to come together and meet and learn different skills, the panel discussion that we had the other day, all the different workshops. And so I was grateful for that because it felt like I was actually a valued member. I wasn't just like a number, like, okay, like we have an intern, that's great. I felt like I was really able to be a part of that interactive process. So I would encourage anyone who has grandchildren, kids, your brother or sister, anybody in high school coming up or in college now, to strongly consider being a part of the LIFT program because it was really life-changing for me. And thank you to everyone who was a part of this process.
Thank you, Kalisha. So we also want to get the perspective of our employers. So we're going to have Commissioner Anthony Thomas from the Department of Property and Procurement speak about his experience as an employer. Please help me welcome Commissioner Thomas.
Good morning to everyone. As you heard, the protocol being established, I'm still going to say good morning, Lieutenant Governor. Mr. Molloy, you outdid yourself. Ms. Burke, thank you for being who you are. Okay? I want to say congratulations first to all the 2021 LIF interns. I think the world is before you. Don't be afraid. Step out. You've already shown that you could do it. You had the opportunity to touch, to feel. So I like to say, you came, you saw, and you conquered, right? So keep going. Don't turn back. I came back to the Virgin Islands in 2015 after leaving for 25 years. Best thing I ever did. The most rewarding part of my career has been coming back home to the Virgin Islands. Why? Because we as Virgin Islanders go anywhere and we are successful in what we do. Anywhere in the world. But when we come back home, we can't do. It can't work. It's impossible. Well, I have a motto that I hold on to, and Nelson Mandela is my idol. He has a saying, it always seems impossible until it's done. NAJAE Harris, brilliant young man, very smart. He picks and chooses his words, and he's right. I've been trying to hire him, and he's been dodging me every step of the way. He's like, not yet, sir, I need to do this first, I need to do that first, and he's right. But he's going to do his internship with me as part of the University of the Virgin Islands, all right? Lastly, you know, I don't get emotional, so if anybody tell you to see me crying, tell them no, right? But this is exciting to me. Commissioner Molloy said something that stood out. It's the best kept secret. It don't need to be a secret. It needs to be exposed. I need to see more of the youths involved, right? What NAJAE said to you is extremely important for you to catch certain parts of it. The Department of Property and Procurement is a central government agency. We process $500 million in contracts, from anything from gasoline to any type of service the government needs. $40 million of that is services just for the government itself. We have a disaster recovery portfolio that is more than $15 billion. The time is now. I'm not telling you to stay here, and I'm not telling you not to follow your career, but I'm saying this to you. Find a way to invest back in the Virgin Islands. It is going to be the best thing you have ever done. I thank you all for the opportunity. I feel blessed to be here, but you know, keep up the good work. And Mr. Molloy, let's get more of these youths in for next year. Looking forward to it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. So now we're going to present our certificates of completion to our interns. I'm going to ask if Lieutenant Governor could join us, Commissioner Molloy, Ms. Carol Burke, Director Sebastian, Assistant Commissioner Cindy Richardson, and Melita Etienne, Director of Workforce Development. If you could join us on stage. And I'm also going to ask Ms. Yvonne Richardson Joseph to join us because she has a token for the students. Our first intern, Destiny Smalls. Destiny is a nursing major at UVI. She worked at Dr. Garfield Less' office. The next intern, JAVAN Sterling. JAVAN is a finance major, and he worked with the Office of Management and Budget. The next intern, Janique Ronan Spencer. She is a graduate student. She's going to be a future public health professional. She's working with the Department of Health. Our next intern, Kobe Potter. Kobe is a rising senior at American University. She's worked with the judiciary of the Virgin Islands. She's a future district attorney general. Next, we have CALISHA CALLWOOD. She is a graduate student, and she worked at Trek Local, a local marketing tourism Industry Company by Amber Lewis, who's actually a former LIF intern. Our next intern, MICAH Hill. MICAH is a junior at LaRoche University, and she worked with the law office of Jennifer Jones. She's a future lawyer. Our next intern, LaRon Robles. LaRon is working with the Office of the Governor in the Communication Department. Our next intern, NAJAE Harris. NAJAE is a senior at the University of the Virgin Islands, majoring in accounting, working at the Department of Property and Procurement. And our next intern, Miss Rhea Benjamin. Rhea is a senior majoring in accounting. She's a student athlete, and she worked with the Department of Finance. I just want to mention the other students who are unable to come. Marina PARLATO, she is a recent graduate, and she worked at the Judiciary of the Virgin Islands. Monet Edmead, she is a junior, and she worked at the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. Ashley Lake, she is a graduate student at Core Financials. Asaya Thomas, he worked with the University of the Virgin Islands Sports Department. Kishanya Anselm, she worked with the Department of Human Services. And Eugene Farrell, a recent graduate who worked at the Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation. We also want to take this time to recognize some of our supervisors. Not sure if they're all here, those who are RSVP'd, but Miss Grace Foy Lindo, she's from Department of Finance. Natalie Pickering, Judiciary of the Virgin Islands. Stephanie Tate. Amber Lewis, Trek Loco. Allison Basu, Judiciary of the Virgin Islands. Carolyn Stokes Smith from the Office of Management and Budget. Commissioner Anthony Thomas. Commissioner Molloy's twin. Lance McKay from the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. Koya Otley, Judiciary of the Virgin Islands. Judge Tejo, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. Virginia Raymond, Department of Human Services. Miss Shayla Solomon, she was so helpful throughout the program. Every time we asked her, she said yes. Vincent Roberts from Sports, Parks, and Recreation, Attorney Jennifer Jones, Dr. Lena Fredericks from the Department of Health, Sharmila Richardson, Director of Human Resources at Property and Procurement. Ms. Richardson has just really been awesome. She's been sending in her timesheet on time to the correct email addresses. She's just really been awesome. Commissioner Mercedes Bruce, Dr. Garfield Less, Brandon Winter, Kendall Thomas, once again, Miss Yvonne Richardson Joseph, thank you so much. So give everyone another round of applause. That's the end of our presentation of our certificate. So throughout the program, we had to come up with unique ideas of how to get the interns engaged and, of course, teaching them life lessons and different lessons. So we came up with an elevator pitch video competition. Everyone had to submit a video introducing themselves, what they do in school, where they're working, how the LIFT program can benefit them. And it was a competition, so we had some judges who were very tough. So we're going to look to the screen right now.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Cronin Spencer, a second-year Master of Public Health candidate at the New York University. In these trying times of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen how extremely important public health is in our community. As a 2021 LIFT intern at the Virgin Islands Department of Health under the Chronic Diseases Management Program, I have been granted the opportunity to broaden my perspective and experience in the field of public health. As I continue to progress in my career, I know that this opportunity will equip me with the skills and knowledge necessary to become an exceptional public health leader to improve the lives of many, not only in the Virgin Islands, but worldwide, by eradicating the impact of social determinants of health, chronic diseases and illnesses, and improving the overall wellness of our communities.
So congratulations, Janique Ronan Spencer. If you can come up here for... We have this token of appreciation. Well, congratulations. We have this small token for all your hard work. Okay. So next we're going to call for special thanks and remarks, Ms. Sheneker Sebastian, Director of Youth and Apprenticeship.
So good morning to all again. As the program comes to an end, I am inspired every year of the level of interns that we have that participate and successfully complete the program. I was asked to give some closing remarks. I don't think there's much left for me to say. The program speaks for itself. From the presentation or the experiences from the interns, the video you saw, our guest speaker, our keynote speaker, Carol Burke, lets you know the program has been around for 32 years. So you know the magnitude of the program. It speaks volume. I think This morning program spoke volumes. I definitely want to first thank or congratulate the interns. I wish you nothing but the best in your future studies, your career. This is just the beginning, or the first step of you being successful in your career. Special thanks to our team. A special thanks to my youth coordinator, Dr. DIXON. What you see behind of me is the vision and commitment of Dr. DIXON. Special thanks to the Office of the Commissioner and the team, our Department of Labor team. Thank you for your support. Special thanks to our HR team who helped make this process happen. Our employers, without your participation, you contribute to our success of the program. We definitely want to thank the Division of Personnel. I think the Commissioner already thanked the Office of Management and Budget. Media One, thank you. They help our vision come to life. The video and all the taping and live streaming they've been doing for us. The shutdown ban, I think you shut it down today. Our presenters for our workshops, Deshaun Spellman, John Steele, Scott Lilly. I definitely want to thank Commissioner of Finance, Commissioner Bruce, and her team as well. Shayla Solomon, she's been a major role in our summer program, not just the LIFT program. So once again, thank you for all who helped make our program a success.
Thank you, Director Sebastian. Now please help me welcome the Honorable Lieutenant Governor Tregenza A. Roach for some remarks. Lieutenant Governor Roach and I share some similarities. We're both from St. Kitts, Sandy Point to be exact. So
thank you. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for that introduction, Dr. DIXON. Good morning, Commissioner Molloy, Commissioner Barry Benjamin, Commissioner Thomas, and our former senator, and all those lists of things that I need to call you, Ms. Carol Burke. So good to have you here this morning. Good morning to all of the labor staff. And of course, a special good morning. I don't know if any of the parents or guardians are here, but a very special good morning to the LIFT interns 2021. Whenever I get invited to speak to any of these occasions, I usually get an invitation and it includes the word brief. Even the governor gets it, right? Brief remarks. And I'm so sorry. Governor Bryan would be here this morning, but he had to travel and will return to the territory tomorrow. And I'm sure he would want me to congratulate you on his behalf as well. When I was first elected to the Senate, they asked me what I would miss most of my other life. And I said, you know, I will miss teaching. Because my years at the university, I taught from 1999 until 2012. And my years at the university just gave me the opportunity every single day that I was there to engage these brilliant young people. And I said I would miss that the most. And this morning put me right back to that time, just listening to the interns talk about their experiences and to just listen about their interests and their expectations and goals for the future. So I was very grateful to be invited this morning and to be here to listen to that. And of course, one of the other benefits was a shutdown ban. They were playing when I came in, right? And I don't know all of them by name, but the young man in the yellow shirt, the drummer, is NAJAE Francis. And I met him when he was a 7th grader, BCB or Cancrain? At Cancrain, at Alita Cancrain Junior High School. We met in a program at the university called Junior University. And Could you just tell us the names of your other band members? I don't want to short them. Sherwin, what's your last name? Sherwin Williams and Kasem Thompson. Thank them for me. The beautiful music this morning. So the challenge always in these brief remarks, as a teacher you know nobody has the attention span to listen interminably to anything you have to say, number one. But number two, the challenge of imparting something meaningful to the occasion, right? And so this morning, as I thought about what I would say to you from yesterday, and I concluded this morning because I kept thinking about it even as I was going to bed last night. Because you don't get the opportunity to impart information or to share with young people every day. I wanted to tell you three things that happened recently, in the last couple of years, beginning with one that happened this week. This week, my office was informed that we had won an exemplary government project award. We competed federally, we competed with states, we competed with regions. And our street addressing initiative, which is to create an urban grid for the entire territory so that every street, every parcel has a distinct address, it won through all of those entries a government exemplary systems award, right? Thank you. In 2019, another division of my office was accredited by the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. And we took a team to Austin, Texas, and we presented to commissioners that represented every state and territory in the nation. And when we were done, they said that was one of the best presentations they had heard, and they voted unanimously to accredit our insurance, banking, and financial regulation division. Just recently, thank you, just recently, I had a conversation with my colleague in Guam, the Lieutenant Governor of Guam, and we were talking about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and one of them is education. And when I told him that this university, our university in the Virgin Islands, is the only historically black college and university to provide tuition-free entrance to its resident students. He said, what? I said, we are the first. Thanks to a bill I sponsored in the legislature, my colleagues in the 32nd legislature, and Governor Mapp, who signed it into law. Why do I want to share these things with you? I wanted to share these things with you because I remember when I was in your seats, in your shoes, when thinking about leaving the Virgin Islands to go away to school. And I was like, my God, when you pull out a map and you see Virgin Islands, but where is a dot, right? And you're from this dot, and you have to convince people that this dot is a wonderful place to be, and sometimes you just feel like this dot, you kind of want to leave it behind and go off to bigger and greater things. And I said those things because I want to remind you that good and wonderful things like this LIFT program this morning are happening in the Virgin Islands, right? And you stand in a tradition of greatness. It didn't begin today. It didn't begin today. You are living in a place that at one time was at the center of the world. When Denmark speaks about their free education and free public health and happiness indicators in their country, the Virgin Islands provided the foundation for that wealth. I want you to carry that. Just as St. Kitts provided the foundation for the wealth of England, and just as Haiti provided the foundation of the wealth for France. We look at them today as an impoverished country, but at one time, that one single island produced more wealth for France than all of the 13 American colonies combined. Could you imagine that? I want to share that with you because I want you to know that you are grounded in greatness. And I expect you to carry it on. And you should expect us to provide the opportunity for you to carry it on as we have been talking about today. And I pledge to do what I can to ensure that that continues for you and for young people who will come up after you. And it doesn't matter that you might not feel right now that this is the place for you. Someone said, I think it was Commissioner Molloy or Commissioner Thomas, it's okay to spread your wings. But we will make sure that we do things to entice you to return, and we hope that you will. I'm so happy this morning. Sometimes you know that you're speaking from the right place when it is echoed even before you speak it. Gratitude. And I've heard it from the young people this morning, gratitude. That is a thing to carry forward always in your person and in your heart. My favorite words in the English language, thank you, the phrase. And every time I say it, it reminds me that somebody has done something that they didn't have to do. And I want to say thank you this morning to the commissioner, to Commissioner Burke, who 32 years ago came up with the idea, Commissioner Thomas and Commissioner Benjamin, all of the, Barry Benjamin, all of the departments in the government that brought in our interns, all of the private sector partners that followed suit as well, for providing this wonderful and enriching opportunity for our young people. And I want you to go out and I want you to continue to hone those skills that you picked up this year and to grow personally, grow professionally, grow spiritually. And we will keep these Virgin Islands safe and progressive for when you choose to join us again. Thank you so very much. God bless each and every one of you. God bless the Virgin Islands.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Roach. I just also want to take the chance to recognize some members of our youth team who are here in the audience, Ms. Tamara Gomes, Ms. Jada Sneed, and Tarika Creaky. We also want to thank Director Kennins, who's been up and down with us to make sure our events are successful, and of course, Ms. Charlene Hodge, who's Assistant Director of Workforce Development, who's been really supportive, and Ms. Sadek Roberts, our Special Project Coordinator. So I want to thank you. As we come to a close of the program, we're going to have Ms. Destiny Smalls give the closing prayer. So please stand.
Good morning once again. I'm going to ask that you close your eyes and bow your heads, please. Lord, we thank you for allowing this closing ceremony to run smoothly. Thank you for all the successes that came along under the LIFT internship program. Thank you, Mrs. Burke, for the opportunity we all received, and Mrs. Sebastian and her staff. May you guide each intern in our future endeavors and never let us forget to reach out to our mentors. As we depart from this establishment, I ask you for traveling mercies, that we will all remain safe, dear Lord. This I ask in your name, amen.
Thank you all for coming. Congratulations again, intern. Wishing you much success. Please feel free to stay in contact with us if you need any assistance. And there are some refreshments on the outside. So thank you again. Congratulations.